Top 10 Heritage Research Topics. Defining cultural heritage. Cultural heritage comprises the most valuable assets inherited from past generations. It includes tangible elements such as historic sites, artifacts, and buildings, as well as intangible aspects like language, rituals, and tales. The actions aiming to keep cultural heritage are known as preservation. In your paper, you could define cultural heritage, focusing on the features that distinguish it from the assets not recognized as heritage. Types of heritage. Two large groups into which cultural heritage is divided are tangible and intangible. Material heritage or cultural property is divided into movable and immovable. Intangible heritage consists of the non-physical aspects of a particular culture. Natural heritage can be singled out as a separate group. We invite you to focus on various classifications of heritage based on different criteria. Preservation of landmarks. Preservation of immovable objects of cultural heritage meets unique challenges. In your paper, you can explore the significance of preserving historical sites and landmarks. What are the challenges and strategies connected to this process? It is an excellent idea to use real-life cases. Some prominent examples are the Temple of the Rising Sun in Egypt, the City of Venice, and Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Impacts of tourism on cultural heritage. Natural heritage and cultural property are the things that attract tourists to a landmark. At the same time, poorly managed tourism can threaten its characteristics. A paper on the topic will study tourism's positive and negative impacts on cultural heritage sites. Discuss the balance between economic benefit and preservation of authenticity. Intangible cultural heritage. Intangible cultural heritage includes non-physical aspects such as folklore, rituals, music, social practices, languages, and traditional knowledge. What is the importance of these aspects? What are the key challenges in its preservation? These questions are worth focusing on. Cultural heritage and globalization. The impact of globalization on cultural heritage is ambiguous. On the one hand, cross-national interactions promote cultural exchange and develop cultural diversity. At the same time, some researchers believe that Western culture, while spreading, tends to undermine the cultural heritage of various peoples. In your paper, you can discuss the potential for both enrichment and homogenization of cultural practices. The concept of digital heritage. The term digital heritage has become widespread in recent decades. Digital heritage consists of computer-generated materials, texts, databases, images, etc., that are worth preserving for future generations. The emergence of this form of heritage suggests new strategies for protection and conservation. Discussing these strategies is an excellent idea for an essay. Language as cultural heritage. The language of a nation or ethnos is not only a form of communication but also a way of expressing cultural identity. The dying of a language occurs when there are no native speakers left. Once it happens, an essential part of the culture and traditions of the people is lost. That is why the preservation of languages is an important issue and an excellent research topic. Cultural heritage and memory. Cultural memory is an integral part of group identity. Simply put, it allows a group to realize themselves as a people. Cultural memory is not an abstract concept, it consists of artifacts that must be preserved. In a paper on this topic, you can explore how cultural heritage shapes collective memory and historical narratives. Cultural heritage and diaspora communities. Diaspora is a group of people united by a common origin and living outside their homeland. Most often, diasporas are formed due to the forced migration of people. Diaspora members often strive to preserve their identity and language and pass them on to their children. We invite you to explore the role of heritage in maintaining identities and fostering connections in diaspora communities. Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.